affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
You can't put it off any longer. It's time to replace your home's AC system.
The answer is asolvesit-all.com and an exceptionally efficient AC system. Let the pros at A show you how you can save on energy monthly and give your family added comfort. The great thing is that asolvesit-all.com is on call 7 to 7, 7 days a week at no extra charge. Or asolvesit-all.com.
New windows will beautify your home and bring you immediate energy savings. Renewal by Andersen of Central Florida leads the way in quality and installs the name brand homeowners trust. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, buy 4 windows and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyandersen.com. That's renewalbyandersen.com. Offer ends July 31st. License CGC 1523333.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the finest equestrian opportunity available. If you love horses and enjoy Central Florida's mild climate and rich rolling landscape, come explore Golden Ocala. Bridle trails weave their way through this stunningly beautiful community of stately homes. Our state-of-the-art equestrian center will meet all of your equestrian needs with style. Visit us at goldenocala.com.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
1370 WOCA.
Palm Garden is proud to announce the next Chats at the Garden on Tuesday, July 19th from 4 to 5 p.m. Rocky Ramirez from Regions Bank will be the guest speaker, and his topic will be identity theft and how to avoid scams to protect your assets. Seating is limited, so RSVP for Tuesday, July 19th, Chats at the Garden by calling 854-6262. That's 854-6262. Palm Garden is located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and Southwest 34th Street.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on a Monday afternoon. Yeah, I can still hear it. We're experiencing technical difficulties, and Dan's looking at me like, you know that look that the auto mechanic gives you when you know something's wrong with your car and the auto mechanic can't find anything, and he goes, "Why'd you bring the car to me?"
Yep.
Well, that's what we're experiencing right now, the buzz that I hear in my ear. I'm going to give Dan my headset so he can... Mm-hmm. So he can hear it. Let Joe hear that one.
I can hear it.
Yeah, Joe can hear it in his. So Dan must be just deaf, is what it is. That's Dan's problem. You don't hear it buzz right now, Dan, while I'm talking?
In yours, he's down.
Well, Joe heard it in his headset down there. She's hearing it in her headset down there. So while we're doing this live on the air, Dan's looking at me like the auto mechanic. That's like, oh, nothing wrong. There's something wrong, pal. Hey, so I came across this article over the weekend. I was thinking, steakhouses inside each state, and the best ones that there were. And I came across some places that, had some pretty good steakhouses and all. And they come across with a couple places that, in Georgia, because I've been eating a lot of steakhouses in the Atlanta area. And Keith Rathbun Steak, it's in the 4th Ward. That's a great steakhouse in Atlanta. But one that I thought of when I was thinking about great steakhouses that I thought, as soon as I read this, I thought Joe Martone would like this steakhouse. It's called Davio's Northern Italian Steakhouse. It's really, really good, and it got me thinking. Well, what's the best steakhouse in Florida? Now, do you have much steakhouse experience in Florida, Christine?
I don't eat at many steakhouses. I'm more of a Japanese steakhouse kind of person.
See, that doesn't count. That's not really. I mean, it's steak, but that's not a steakhouse. I'm talking like Mark's or Burns in Tampa.
I've been to Ruth's Chris.
Yeah, but that's because it's such of a chain thing. But it got me thinking. Probably the best steak that I know of anywhere in the state is, of course, at Disney World. I mean, it's of course at Disney World because and you have because it's Disney, you have your choice of different places. You can go to almost any restaurant at Disney, and if you go to the right price mark place, you can get a great steak. But if you ever ate the steak at the Yachtsman Steak Club, at the Yachtsman Steakhouse, at the Yachtsman Club, it quite possibly is the best thing. Oh yeah, it's pricey. Yeah, you're gonna come out of your wallet. You're gonna have probably I don't know.
They're off.
Are they off? Did you figure out what it was?
No, not yet.
Oh, you hadn't figured out what it was? I'm off. I see what you're saying. But if you go to Yachtsman, first off, the ambiance of the Yachtsman is amazing, and second off, the Disney experience makes it worth it. And third, it's a great cut of steak. So, it just got me thinking about some of the best steak places in all the city and in all the states. And when I pulled up all of ThrillMe.com has the list of the best steakhouses by state. And they got a steakhouse in every state. And it's places like you've never heard, like I forget the one that was in New York City, but it's one I've never heard. But the starting price point on it is for a person, 2 people with a bottle of wine. It's like $500.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's like $500. So, that's New York City. Now in Florida, I don't know of any steakhouse in Florida that's going to have well, I don't know. They may have $500 or something like that it costs to do a steak, but I've never seen it. But I just got me thinking about how important, how expensive steaks can become.
See, I'm not a huge steak person to begin with, and I couldn't imagine spending that much money on food.
Well, you start getting into the organic beef and everything, it gets pricey real quick. It gets really pricey real quick when you start dealing with the organic meats. And I mean, because like there's a place here, and we won't say the name unless they want to write us a sponsorship check. But there's a place here in town that you can go get Wagyu beef. Mm-hmm. That's really expensive. What's the word I'm looking for? I just said it.
Like grade?
No, it's really expensive. No. Organic. Huh. Y'all weren't even going the right way. It's real expensive organic beef Wagyu, and it's like $65 a pound.
Jeez.
You got to really like it to want to get that kind of meat production.
You also have to have a good amount of money to be able to go.
Well, that's always that's always been the argument about organic is to eat organic is healthy, but to eat healthy is expensive. And then the organic people will tell you, yeah, but you eat healthy and you saved by eating healthy, by spending money expensive, some money more expensive than most grocery stores on healthy food, you'll recoup the savings by less visits to the doctors and your health will be better, and so you won't have to spend as much money on doctor's visits and medicine. So it's it's that argument back and forth. Give me the doctor visits over a $65 a pound piece of meat. I'm just, I'll go to the doctor, pay my $20 copay, and go get a sirloin for $9 at Doing Dixie or Publix or something. I'm not going somewhere. Oh, but you don't understand. This is organic beef and grass-fed and organic grain-fed beef, and it's going to make your heart last a lot longer. Who said I want my heart to last a lot longer? So, no, we got all kind of stuff going on here. Dan Martone is over here doing something with microphones. I don't know what's going on. But he seems to be working at it diligently. So at least now he believes me that something was wrong. He's not that car mechanic anymore. that was trying to tell me nothing was wrong. It was clear something was wrong. It's clear something's still wrong. Not as bad, but it's there. When my voice goes up, the hum goes up. Did I stop?
Nothing here.
Yeah. It's minimal now. It's not as bad as it was. You may have some wiring issues, but hey, who knows? Well, we don't take a break now. I'll know when it takes. See, there's this music that plays in my ear, and it tells me I have to take a break. Dan Martone in. He's being the technician, the technician and the engineer, and now he's trying to be producer too. He's all world. Now he's trying to hit me with a Harry Potter wand. I don't know what's going on here. It's all on camera, though. We know that. It's all on camera. Hey, we're going to take a timeout, try to get these technical glitches fixed. We'll be back after this short timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Your quality of life is meant to be fully enjoyed each day. The doctors at Ayers Global understand that and strive to provide a quality of life for you that has no equal. Ayers Therapeutic Services combines naturopathic and family medicine to help all your health needs. Diabetic management, hypertension, pain management, and anti-aging are just a few of the services offered by the Ayers family. Call 352-512-0222 today, and Ayers Therapeutic Services will help you begin to understand that better health begins with you.
Commercial Bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade alone.
Is your old car dead? Then declare your independence and say yes to red, white, and you in a nicer, newer car.
Chris Spears from Prestige Auto Sales, your dealer for the people. This month we want to help you get approved.
Even if you've heard no in the past, we believe you deserve to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Past credit problems are welcome here. We look at the story behind the score to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. So pop into action and zoom into a nicer, newer car faster than you ever thought possible.
Worried about firecrackers on your credit report? My For the People credit approval process is the bomb. We work with the banks and lenders who want you to declare your independence.
Plus, right now, you could save up to $4,000 depending on the car you choose. But hurry, this deal's done once we've helped 77 people blast off in a nicer, newer car. I'm Chris Spears, a dealer for the people.
Visit Prestige on Highway 200 in Ocala, online at prestigefree.com, or call 694-1234. Yes, 694-1234. See you at Prestige.
Do you like Vietnamese food? Well, come to Kim Long's, Ocala's one and only Vietnamese restaurant. The goal of Kim Long's is to capture the authenticity of the Vietnamese homeland and get a taste of other influences within the Vietnamese cuisine. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sundays, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can make reservations by calling 352-236-5791. That's Kim Long, Ocala's only Vietnamese restaurant.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Investigators looking into last week's killing of 5 Dallas police officers now pouring over hours of video from police helmet and dash cams and local businesses.
The idea here is to obviously get multiple angles so they can get a very good sense, a clearer picture of what was going down in those chaotic moments when people were running for their lives.
Fox's Casey Stigall. Presumptive GOP presidential nominee Donald Trump commenting about the Dallas shootings while calling himself the law and order candidate.
America's police and law enforcement personnel are what separates civilization from total chaos and the destruction of our country as we know it.
Trump speaking in Virginia Beach. The Bernie Sanders campaign confirms he'll appear with Hillary Clinton at a New Hampshire event tomorrow. Many expect Sanders to endorse Clinton at that time. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Ever notice that the last 3 letters in American spell can? Maybe that's why we want to say we can shop online, we can use free Wi-Fi, and we can give our social security number and other personal information to our bank if we want to. But the fact that we can do all of those things exposes personal information that can lead to identity theft. At LifeLock, we believe you have the right to be free to do everything you do every day. So we use proprietary technology to detect and alert you to a huge variety of identity threats. And we have a US-based team who will work to resolve issues if your identity ever is stolen. No one can prevent all identity theft, or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you can live with more peace of mind. Membership starts at $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. And if you become a LifeLock member now, you can get 10% off. Go to lifelock.com and enter promo code NEWS. LifeLock.
Ad Council. On the next AM Ocala Live, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin in the garden with Carol Ann answering your gardening questions.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then from Sunrise Automotive, auto repair with personal care with Matt Gibbs.
Scott Seligman is an historian and a career China hand. He's written a new book called Tong Wars, the untold story of vice, money, and murder in New York's Chinatown.
And then celebrity chef Elizabeth Faulkner is going to teach me how to cook. All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Jot yourself a note detailing what you need to do on Monday or that next day on the job. That one easy move, it makes you feel calmer so you can unplug. Many public health officials want to ban the sale of e-cigs to anybody underage. When it comes to your oral health, the number is 4. Now that's the number of new toothbrushes you should buy every year.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Need to sell your house? Discover how to easily sell your house fast and for full price in today's market. Join us live this Friday, 9:30 a.m. for Mr. Ocala Real Estate Today. Sell your house now. Full price, fast close. Guaranteed. Call 352-282-3080. 352-282-3080. And join us live right here, 9:30 a.m. Friday.
Join us on Thursday's Health Matters show when Robin and I interview the therapists from Palm Garden of Ocala. Led by Dr. Jira, physical therapist, and the staff at Palm Garden will talk about the Alter-G anti-gravity treadmill using NASA technology, the Big and Loud program used to treat Parkinson's, and more. The Health Matters program can be heard weekdays at 11:05 right here on The Source, WOCA.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. On a Monday afternoon, I'm Tom Schmidt, sitting in the host chair the first hour, as I always do. Buddy Martin is at SEC Media Days. Thanks to good folks at Griner's Fine Men Clothing, the Briggs Law Firm, and Kevin McDonald's Allstate Agency, and HDG Hotels. Buddy is at Media Day. Right now, Coach McElwain is at the podium. Buddy's in the room. We'll be checking in with Buddy live, simulcast on WOCA and on the radio stations that are the Southern Pigskin Network in Brunswick, Savannah, and Hilton Head at 4:30 today. We'll be simulcast live. And then Buddy Martin, hey, making an appearance tonight on the Paul Feinbaum Show. The announcement of the book and the cover dropped today. It's all over Twitter this morning at SEC Media Days. Buddy's SEC Media, he got a text from Twitter. Said, congratulations, you have achieved 15,000 followers.
Holy cow.
So Buddy now has 15,000 followers on Twitter.
If you could get like a small percentage to follow us on Instagram, that would be awesome.
15,000 are following at Buddy Show on Twitter.
That's
and
impressive.
I thought I was doing good when I just broke 400. Now, Jake Perkins joins us. Jake, how many followers you got on Twitter?
I'm just shy of 1,000 right now.
Because you got Jake. You're at No Break Jake 59.
59, that's right.
At No Break Jake 59. I'm at, I know this is going to surprise you, at GA Southern Tom. Get what that means, right?
I get it what that means.
Yeah. I'm at GA Southern Tom. If you want to follow me on Twitter. Christine, nobody wants to follow you on Twitter.
I have a Twitter, but I never use it.
Yeah, well.
I feel like there's too many people complaining.
You're the Facebook guru.
She is and the Instagram guru.
Trying.
If you want to follow us on Instagram, give them that address.
Buddy Martin Media. At Buddy Martin
At
Media.
Buddy Martin Media on Instagram.
And then Buddy Martin, the voice of Ocala, on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
And she's good at finding all the controversial stuff all the time, so Instagram's
She is good
fun.
at it. Instagram's good time. Speaking of something controversial, every time I see one of these stories, I have to mark it so I can come in when Christine's here and update her.
No.
5 more Zika cases reported in Florida.
It. I feel like I should get checked with as many mosquito
Health
bites.
officials have confirmed 13 new travel-related cases. 13 new cases in Florida, 5 of them in our area.
Are these like mosquitoes just migrating
The
north?
Florida Department of Health said 3 cases were reported in Broward, 2 in Miami-Dade, 2 in Osceola, 2 in Polk, 1 in Alachua, 1 in Orange, 1 in Palm Beach, and 1 in St. Lucie. So here, the following counties have reported Zika cases, people infected by the Zika virus. Alachua, 5.
Jeez.
Brevard, 4. Broward County, 40.
Okay, with what?
40 in
40
Fort
cases.
Lauderdale.
Now with
Charlotte County, which is where Fort Myers is, down in that area, they have 1. Citrus County, 2. Clay County, which is up north of us, 3. Collier County, Naples. Hey, where you were this weekend?
Oh,
where you going this week?
Yep.
3. Duval, that's Jacksonville, 5. Escambia, that's Pensacola, 1. Highlands County, 1. Hillsborough County, that's Tampa, 6. Lake County, just to the south of us, 1. Lee County, that's Fort Myers, Naples, 6. Martin, 1. Miami-Dade, 74.
Oh
Good
my
Lord.
Goodness. I guess that would make sense though, because it's like the furthest.
Okaloosa, 1. Orange County, 22.
That's like right by us.
Osceola County, 21.
I don't like these numbers.
And Osceola and Orange are right near each other. Palm Beach, 13. Pasco, 4. That's Tampa area. St. Pete. Pinellas, 6. Same area. Polk, same area, 8. Santa Rosa, 1. Seminole County, just south of us, 9.
Mm-hmm.
St. Johns County, that's St. Augustine, 2. St. Lucie, 1. Volusia County, 1. Total cases not involving pregnant women in the state, 233. Cases involving pregnant women, 43.
That's sad.
So the Zika virus, and you don't want mosquitoes milling around. And this weekend, what reminded me when I saw this story, and then it reminded me of this weekend, we have the dog bowls that sit outside their house, because the dogs will go outside and they got water bowls. Well, it rained like 3 or 4 days ago, and I didn't empty the water bowls out from when it rained and put fresh water in because the dogs have been inside. It's been so hot. So I'm out on the front porch yesterday, and I'm going to pick the bowls up to water the plants because you can still use that water to water plants. And Jennifer goes, my girlfriend goes, what is that? What are those things moving around in there? And I was like, that's mosquito larvae. Oh my! And there was like hundreds of them. You don't realize leaving stagnant water sitting in bowls and in tires and all around your house can cause huge problems with mosquitoes. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hi, Tom. Hugh calling.
Hey, Hugh. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. See, from what I understand, from what I've been reading and hearing, like on the radio and wherever. By a Zika mosquito, because nothing's really going to happen that much. It's more or less basically kind of dangerous if you're a woman, if you're pregnant. But other than that, it's not supposed to be kind of a big deal.
Well, I think there's some sort of symptoms with Zika that you can get a little ill, I think, in bad cases. But you're right. I don't think, when you think of it on a certain thing, it's I believe, if everything I'm reading, I'm looking up the symptoms right now. What is Zika? It says it's a mosquito-borne disease. Where does it tell me here? Zika fever is a mild febrile illness caused by a mosquito-borne virus similar to those that caused the West Nile virus. It's been identified in several countries. Cases of Zika fever have been reported in travelers returning to the United States. So you end up with a little bit of a fever from it, Hugh. And only about 1 in 5 people infected with the virus become symptomatic. So we've had 200 and some odd cases here in this state, and only 1 in 5 ever show that, ever show that they have symptoms.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't discourage anybody from doing this, that outdoor activity. I guess they kind of say too, if you get bit by one of those mosquitoes, you're going to be for the rest of your life. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You're going to be set up an immunity against anything happening again. But I don't know. It's a lot of times, I think the media and everything kind of plays stuff off a little bit, kind of I don't know, throw fear into the general public when it really is not necessary.
Well, and you're entirely correct, Hugh, but with it being in the forefront right now, and thanks for the call, with it being in the forefront with all the athletes that are pulling out of the Olympics and citing that they want to one day have children because if they're infected with it, they can infect their wives with it and stuff. And so it's one of those because there have been birth defects linked to it.
Now, I know the effects of having the Zika virus, but all these cases, how quickly did the symptoms show up, or how quickly did they find out?
They just people start presenting with the fever, and only 1 in 5 people that are infected with the virus actually present symptoms. So you could have the Zika virus and not know you have the Zika virus.
Really?
Yeah, because if you don't present any symptoms of it, how would you know? Only 1 in 5 people ever get the feverish symptoms. So 4 out of 5 people don't even know they got the virus.
That's crazy. Because it could just feel like you have a basic common cold or have no symptoms at all, and you're carrying a virus.
But exactly, and the thing is, what you need to do to kind of stop this is do the best you can to make sure that the stagnant water on your property is poured out. Make sure when it rains, go in any kind of containers you got that may collect the water, go dump them out, because that water sits there and gets stagnant. And that's how mosquito larvae thrive, is in that kind of stagnant water.
Damp area.
And by the way, we have enough of that in Florida already. We don't need to try to help out by leaving. One of the worst is people who they'll put their old tires because they don't want to pay the money to have them, taken to a landfill because you got to pay like $3 a tire or something. So somebody will just keep like 8 or 10 tires in their yard leaned up against a fence or something, and then those tires get water in them. And then the mosquitoes just live in that.
That's gross.
Just live in it. And pet bowls and again, like if you got old pots that you used to have plants in that are sitting and they're not turned upside down so water can collect in them, any kind of place like that, any kind of place water puddles and stays for a long period of time, you want to get rid of those puddles as quickly as you can, let them go into the groundwater, because you need to get rid of that stagnant water. I have a friend of mine who he went and spent like $3,000 to turn his pond and put a fountain in his pond. And somebody's like, "Oh, that's real good. You got a fountain in your pond now, rich boy." He was like, "No, I just moved the water so it doesn't get mosquitoes." Because as long as the water's moving, there's air being generated in the water, and the mosquito larvae can't. The larvae won't survive in water that's constantly got fresh air into it. It's fresh water. It's fresh moving water. So there's a lot of precautions you can take. And here in Florida, especially in the summer, because we have the same kind of tropic weather that they have in Brazil, where it seems to be the epicenter of this.
Thrive off this weather.
But speaking of Brazil, the epicenter of this, did you see the 60 Minutes about the waterways and all in Brazil? Wait till I come back and tell you about this. This is if I was an athlete, the 2016 Summer Olympics skipped.
I was very surprised that Spieth backed out, because Coca-Cola is a huge sponsor for him, and I was really surprised that he backed out last night.
he's worried about the Zika virus.
Which
it was said though that Ricky Fowler's going.
Yeah, Ricky's going, and I forget who's the other American representing.
Is it Zach Johnson maybe?
I don't think so. I don't think it was Zach.
I forget who it is.
I was just talking about it this morning.
Oh, it's Patrick Reed.
There you go.
Patrick Reed. They're going. But, I don't know one way or the other about this virus, and I know that some people have taken to the whole point of freezing their fluids to help them impregnate their wives, so that if they go over there.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. A lot of athletes have done that.
Oh, my goodness.
Because that way it's still, they know that it's clean, and there's no chance of their wives getting any kind of Zika virus. So
that's such an unnecessary precaution. Like, you shouldn't have. Well, I mean, in this case it is, but it shouldn't be that way.
When I tell you about the 60 Minutes report about the water in Rio de Janeiro,
that would scar me. Probably.
Oh, this. I mean, Wait till I tell you about that. We'll do it after the break. You're listening to a Monday edition of the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Have you been diagnosed with BPH or an enlarged prostate gland? Are you tired of getting up at night to visit the bathroom? You may be eligible for the Equinox study, a clinical research study of an investigational drug to reduce the number of times you wake up to urinate at night, a condition known as nocturia. To qualify, you must be male, be at least 18 years of age, have been diagnosed with BPH, have been bothered by nocturia for at least 1 year, and meet additional study requirements. Qualified participants will receive all study medication and study-related care from a dedicated team of medical staff at no cost. Health insurance is not required to participate. Again, the Equinox study is for males, ages 18 and older, who are diagnosed with BPH and have been bothered by nocturia for at least 1 year. To find out more and to see if you qualify, please call 1-352-234-8436. That's 1-352-234-8436.
From beautiful townhomes to equestrian estates, Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club provides the perfect haven of elegance for any homeowner. Not to mention our championship golf course, award-winning tennis program, state-of-the-art spa, and new luxury equestrian suite. We offer an array of membership options to suit a variety of lifestyles. Call 352-369-6969 today for more information about our latest real estate offerings.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala. Prestige. It's all there in our name.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. Do you have a gout-ridden toe or bowels that move too slow, creaky knees, or how about an asthmatic wheeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 35.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. We're experiencing technical difficulties, so bear with us today. The gremlins are all over the studio just doing everything they can to make this a muy difficult day.
It has been.
You just remember, it's live radio.
It's just Monday. I mean,
yeah,
typical Monday.
Just Monday. What are you going to do? So have you seen the, serious amounts of grasshoppers that have been just around the area?
Stop. I hate grasshoppers. I have been, oh my goodness. When I first came to Florida, I did not realize how many insects and bugs a state could have. Like in California, you've got frogs, you've got snails, and you got the occasional lizard. But here in Florida, you got lizards everywhere. You've got mosquitoes that come out once the sun goes down. And you've got, man, the grasshoppers, they are huge here.
Right. Well, they're the American grasshopper, and this year there's a large influx of them in our area, more so than normal. Yesterday I was at Muni playing golf, and on 15 green there were probably 8 grasshoppers on the green.
Stop.
And there's a lot in the rough and everything around there. And as you drive the golf cart through, they'll come out of the rough.
Mm-hmm.
And we were being dive bombed by hawks yesterday.
Really?
Because as the insects come out of the ground and everything, a lot of different birds will come eat these grasshoppers.
Good for them.
And so, it's even bringing one area of Marion County, a lot of bird watchers are showing up from across the country because of it. Yeah, recent investigation of American grasshoppers in the Golf Park subdivision in southeast Marion County has attracted what bird lovers call a rare concentration of two species of raptors, the Mississippi kite and the swallow-tailed kite.
Those are the ones with the cross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like scissor birds is what I call them.
And so this is, right off Baseline Road at Southeast 96th Place out in that area. And, not very far from the golf course. And it's causing a bird watcher's heaven. But a funny story is, in the American grasshopper, Jake, you like the American grasshopper, the red, yellow, and green grasshopper that's probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches long that can jump probably 20 feet.
They'll freak you out, but they're cool.
Those red and black ones that got the nice red line. They're pretty to look at, but the moment those things jump, I'm gone.
Yeah, well, as a little kid, I used to go out of my way to catch as many as I could.
Heck no.
And then I'd put them in my sister's bed. My older sister's bed.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. She was like 6. My older sister's 6 years older than me.
That's messed
When
up.
I was like 8, 9 years
so
old.
Wrong.
When I was like 8 or 9 years old, I'd just load the bed up.
No. I would go as far as putting fake insects or bugs in my brother's bed.
Oh, I'd load the bed up. She'd pull the blankets back, and all these grasshoppers would go jumping. It was good.
I would cry.
She'd go screaming, and my mom would go cussing, and my dad thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen.
Terrible kid.
So I don't. The grasshoppers don't bother me. So I see this story about the birds of prey. Now, how long we got till break?
We've got about a minute.
Okay, so I'll tell you the rest of the story. But I see this story about the birds of prey and all, and then I had a grasshopper incident that made me laugh, but did not make someone else laugh, and I still laugh about it now. But someone else did not see the humor in it, but had the last laugh because as they were trying to get away, the grasshopper was stalking them and ended up making a fatal mistake as a grasshopper. And now the grasshopper is
dead.
Well, it is, but in a unique way. I'll tell you about that coming up in hour number 2 of the Voice of Ocala. Plus, we're going to maybe get into, we're not even going to get into USGA until sports hour.
Yeah,
because the USGA just...
we're going to rip them apart.
Coming up next, hour number 2 of the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Do you suffer with frequent migraines? If you've experienced several migraines each month for at least the past year, you may qualify for a clinical research study. To find out more information about this study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. All study medications and study-related procedures are at no cost to you, and insurance is not required. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. Again, if you suffer frequent migraines, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's 352-629-5800. Rinstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
If you missed the Voice of Ocala recently, you missed Buddy Martin and Mayor Kent Gwynn ask the millennials what their take was on this upcoming electoral season.
I'm one of those people that I'm incredibly passionate about exercising your right to vote to begin with. And I'm one of those people that's going to pick the lesser of two evils. There's got to be one that's better than the other and one that's going to serve the country better than the other. So you got to look and weigh the pros and cons of both sides and understand what you're dealing with and then go from there.
That was Jake Perkins with his thoughts on the election season. So, what did Anita Blackman think?
It's kind of hard for me to put into words exactly my views on this election because it's just been such mass craziness, and I didn't think my first election that I could vote in that I've been so excited for would be anything like this.
From the young crowd on the Voice of Ocala. So listen to us weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
If you missed the Voice of Ocala recently, you missed Coffee with the Mayor, where Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn talked about the downtown parking garage.
Parking garages, that'll be up, they told me, the end of this month. But they'll frame it out and have everything, all the pieces of the puzzle put together, so to speak. And then they'll start wiring it, plumbing, and this, that, and the other, putting the elevator in there. But yeah, I mean, things are moving along.
Be sure to listen to the Voice of Ocala weekday afternoons on WOCA, The Source.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Palm Garden is proud to announce the next Chats at the Garden on Tuesday, July 19th from 4 to 5 p.m. Rocky Ramirez from Regions Bank will be the guest speaker, and his topic will be identity theft and how to avoid scams to protect your assets. Seating is limited, so RSVP for Tuesday, July 19th, Chats at the Garden by calling 854-6262. That's 854-6262. Palm Garden is located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and Southwest 34th Street.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Doctors at Dallas's Parkland Hospital speak out on last week's murders of 5 cops. Trauma surgeon Dr. Brian Williams, who's black, says cops are not to blame.
The problem is the lack of open discussions about the impact of race relations in this country.
Sniper Micah Johnson told police he was out to kill white cops. Presumptive GOP nominee Donald Trump says police are what separates civilization from total chaos.
It's time for our hostility against our police and against all members of law enforcement to end, and end immediately, right now.
Trump campaigning in Virginia Beach. There's speculation that Senator Bernie Sanders is about to endorse Hillary Clinton.
The Sanders campaign has now released a statement confirming what we knew to be the case last week, that he will appear in New Hampshire with Hillary Clinton to campaign tomorrow. That is where the long-awaited endorsement is slated to occur.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Let's go, guys! Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
Wow, Jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh. I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
If he's gone, he's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma. Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala.
Hoo-ah! You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of The Voice of Ocala on a Monday afternoon. We got breaking news out of Michigan. There's been a shooting at a Michigan courthouse in St. Joseph, Michigan. A suspected gunman was killed after shooting 3 others at a Michigan courthouse. That's according to CBS affiliate WWMT. The station reports 2 bailiffs were killed in the shooting at Berrien County Courthouse in St. Joseph, Michigan. The gunman died following a shootout. It is not clear what the condition of the other victims is. The Berrien County Sheriff said the situation is under control after 3 p.m. So another shooting. 3 people dead. 2 bailiffs, it looks like, are dead. This
happened at 2:30.
Yeah, happened at 2:30 today on the east coast of Michigan, Lake Michigan, just directly east of Chicago.
It's one of the prettiest places too. I've been there multiple times because my aunt lives near there. And Lake Michigan, it looks like an ocean. It is so, and the way they have like the cutest carousel set up there. St. Joe is a really nice place.
Well, now it looks like 3 people, killed in a shooting at the Berrien County Courthouse in St. Joseph, Michigan. The gunman died, of course, following a shootout, is what's being reported by CBS News. So, Michigan County shooting leaves 2 suspects. Leaves a suspect and 2 bailiffs dead. This just happened a little before 3 p.m. today. Just once again, what I think is going to become the norm. I think we're going to become insensitive to these kind of stories.
That's what I feel like. A bunch of little like these shootings are just going to keep popping up.
I tell you two will not remember this, and people that didn't live in the Savannah, Georgia area probably wouldn't remember it either. But they did a Dateline episode on it and everything. The Ricky Gibbons gang in 1988 and 89 was when crack was just starting to really hit, and Ricky Gibbons was a guy who decided to take over the drug trade in Savannah. And he had a group of about 45, 50 guys, and they were stone cold killers. And Ricky Gibbons organized them all and decided they were going to take over the drug trade in Savannah. And the way they were going to do it, they were just going to kill the street corner dealers and everything and just take over the corners. They weren't going to say, hey, get off the corner or else. They were just going to kill. And so in the summer of between 88 and through the winter of 89, Savannah at one point was considered the murder capital of the United States because the Ricky Gibbons gang would kill people constantly. And it got to where it was so normal on when you turn WTOC Channel 11 on in Statesboro, which was, the Savannah affiliate, I believe it's CBS, NBC affiliate, CBS, one of them. But that's because our buddy Dow Kennedy was a news anchor there. When you would turn, at the time he's actually a reporter, he's the news anchor there now, but when you would turn the TV on, it got to where there were so many murders on a daily basis in Savannah that we became desensitized to it. And I'll tell you how I know we were desensitized to it, because we were a bunch of 19, 20, 21-year-olds. And about 3 months into the murdering spree, there was 5 of us that would put $10 a day into the pool, and you'd pick a number 2 through 6, and whoever had the number closest to the number of murders committed that day won the pool. That's when you're desensitized. And that's the only time I can remember having the kind of thing, because it is no longer surprising to say, like just then when I said, hey, check out, during the break, I looked at you two, Jake Perkins and Christine Odiar, and I said, look up Michigan courthouse shooting, and both of you went, and just with non-committal looks, because, okay, we'll look up another one. And it just, the way we are becoming desensitized to it is appalling to me. And it's the human nature to do so. Once something happens over and over and over, it becomes the norm and it's no longer surprising. But, I mean, be honest. When I said look up Michigan courthouse shooting, both of y'all are like, diligently looked it up. It came as no surprise to you that on a Monday afternoon we have another shooting, did it?
Certainly not the first time.
You hit the nail on the head. It's just disturbing is what it is. It's not as much surprising as what it should be.
It's really not, because it's become the norm. So it looks like the 2 bailiffs are dead. The suspect is dead in a Michigan courthouse shootout in St. Joseph, Michigan, in Berrien County, Michigan. Still breaking, the story is still breaking, but News 3 channel, CBS channel, WWMT News 3 in West Michigan says the gunman has been killed. So we'll keep following that story as more information breaks about that. And once again, how did I find out about it? Twitter. It was on News 4 Jax, WJXT Channel 4 out of Jacksonville, put it on Twitter. And that's how I was able to know that something was up, that we may have an issue in Michigan, which it seems like we do now. So we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, Alan Barney is in the studio. We'll talk with Alan, Jake, and Christine. Get some thoughts on what we can do as a people. Well, is there anything we can do as individuals to try to, I feel like in our area, the relationship between the police department and our community is really good. But I say that as a Caucasian man of almost 50 years old. I don't really know from someone else's viewpoint. I don't know if the young people of this community think that the relationship with the police is good. I know that I talked to a friend of mine over the weekend that says you don't understand what we go through versus what you go through. And this was a guy who is of Pakistani descent. He's not African American. He calls himself, he says he doesn't call himself a person of color. He says he's a brown person. And I talked to him over the weekend, and he talked about a time where he got stopped because he was in a moving van. And I was kind of shocked by that in Atlanta. He was in a moving van in Atlanta and kind of got, coming out of a storage unit area and got stopped. And I was kind of shocked by that, because that's not something I would think happens, but it's not something that happens to a Caucasian about 50 years old. So, or it's my experience, it doesn't happen to people of my ethnicity and age, because I haven't experienced it. So we'll talk about maybe if the experience that the younger generation has with the cops versus what my experience is. And I know for a fact I have some very good friends of mine that are African American that live in Georgia that say it's routine for me to get stopped on a regular basis. So we'll talk about those things and give you more updates on the shooting that happened in Michigan about an hour and a half ago. It is a Monday, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life, from everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's national magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocala, and I practice law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. Let's get rid of those sun damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. It's time to get that new look started. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon, 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. And whether you're going on a job interview or out on a date, your hands do a lot of talking. Manicures are a must. Hello Gorgeous is a full-service salon, so let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. Hello, gorgeous.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Coming up at the 4:30 segment, Buddy Martin will join us live from SEC Media Days as we simulcast his appearance on 3 and Out, a show on ESPN Coastal Georgia that is heard in Brunswick, Savannah, and Hilton Head, and Waycross, Georgia. We'll simulcast that live. His buddy is at SEC Media Days in Hoover, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham, Alabama, for SEC Media Days. Jim McElwain is at the podium as we speak. Buddy will also appear on the Paul Feinbaum Show this afternoon at 6 p.m. With Paul Feinbaum, and they'll have a special guest on with him as well. And the news of the book came out. The cover of the book was released earlier today. It was all over Twitter. And so that will be something we'll talk with Buddy about, the book that he helped write with Coach Steve Spurrier, former Florida great, who just recently had the announcement made that Florida Field will become Steve Spurrier Florida Field at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. So all that's still to come. We were talking about perception versus reality, and my perception is that the relationship between our community and the police department is a pretty good relationship. And then Alan Barney during the break said, "Not so fast, my friend." Alan, tell me what you think the relationship with the police in this community, and in your experience, what the relationship is.
Well, granted, like you said during the break, a lot of them set themselves up for what the issues are with them, but it just seems like with my generation, the 20s, that they just have a lot of problems with the cops being stopped for no reason, just typically driving or anything like that. And I don't know. I mean, it's not all bad. There's some good to it, but to me, it's more bad than good lately.
I understand that perspective. Jake, do you have an experience, or have you experienced where, as because of your age or anything, that you think you get more interaction with the police department than normal?
No, Tom, I haven't had any particular experience, at least on my end, being my age, my ethnicity.
And you're in Gainesville, where cops walk the streets constantly.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, we're as college students, we're definitely the target. There's 30, 40,000 of us living in that tiny little area. But I'll agree with Alan. I mean, it seems like at least nowadays, guys that are in their late teens, 20s, early 20s, there's just more problems than what there needs to be. There's a lot of entitlement. I feel like that's the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
That may be something that is the root of it. Now, Christine, you coming from a heritage that is from the Far East. Well, your mother was from Bangladesh. I had a friend of mine in Atlanta that got pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
He was leaving his storage unit, actually in the outskirts of Atlanta, in Hall County, Gainesville, Georgia, right outside. It's the outskirts of Atlanta. He is a hotel owner up there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were moving some older furniture out of the hotel to their large storage unit, and because they were replacing it with new furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to put it in the storage unit, and then later he was going to actually donates it and stuff like that. But it was him and 2 of his buddies, and they had rented a truck, and they had loaded up all this furniture, and they had taken it to the storage unit. They're leaving the storage unit, and 2 sheriff's department cars pull up and stop them. Hall County Sheriff's Department, stop them. Get out, say, "Can we see your license and registration?" "What did I do, officer?" "Well, we had reports of a suspicious group of Middle Eastern men in the area." He said, "Well, I'm not from the Middle East. I'm from Atlanta. I was born in Piedmont Hospital."
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Yeah, we get all that. Just give us your license and registration." He was like, "But why are you? What's the problem?" He said, "Well, we had 3 Middle Eastern reports of 3 Middle Eastern guys acting suspicious around the storage unit." He said, "But I'm from Atlanta. I'm not Middle Eastern." And the cop literally told him, "Yeah, but you look like you could be from the Middle East." That's what the sheriff tells him, because his mother and father were both from New Delhi, India.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes. They comply, and finally the cop checked out, asked if he could go back to the storage unit. They said they were out. They said, "Sure, no problem." Take the cop back, show him the storage unit. Nothing's wrong. Everything. Come to find out, the cop said, "Well, I just think it was somebody being overzealous that reported you 3 guys. It's a big misunderstanding. We apologize for any inconvenience or anything." Because the report was 3 men of Middle Eastern looks were at a storage unit where there was a fragrance of fertilizer, a strong fragrance of fertilizer. Now, everybody who knows anything that you listen to the news or anything, you know that somebody thought they were making bombs is what it is, because fertilizer, diesel fuel, and all that. Come to find out, The storage unit sits on the outskirts of Gainesville, Georgia, and is surrounded by a large farm who had just fertilized the crops out in that area. But here are 3 guys who they didn't get harassed, but they got detained for a moment until they could be checked out. And I'm a firm believer, as my friend told me he is too, that they were stopped because they were brown men and a report of 3 brown men and the smell of fertilizer. Is that okay with everybody in this room that something like that happens? Because even though it didn't turn out to be anything, what if it had been something and they had a bomb in the truck or something? Are we okay with that's where we are now with society, with how the cops are doing things?
I say yes and no, because there's nothing wrong with being overly cautious right now, just with everything that's been going on. I personally would be offended if something like that happened to me.
Of course you would.
But I would understand the reason behind it.
Well, that's what my buddy said. My buddy Omar said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We have to deal with those kind of things. I said, I don't have to deal with those kind of things. He said, yeah, there's not a whole lot you have to deal with like that. I said, yeah, because Timothy McVeigh was a white guy who blew up the Murrah building using fertilizer and diesel fuel, created bombs like that. They don't go searching out white guys driving rental trucks.
Mm-mm.
It just, and it's all about perception and reality. And what one person's perception is another person's reality, and vice versa. Because my perception is that, by and large, police do a good job. They go about their business in a good manner, a respectful fashion, and they're out there to protect and serve, and they do a relatively good job. But from what I heard both of you say, while you both think they do a pretty good job, you think they also target college-age kids more so than not. That's the experience you see, especially in a college town like Florida. There's 30, 40,000 students in a small area, and there's a large police presence. And it was my experience when I lived in Gainesville. You always saw some sort of trouble with the police and young people around the University of Florida campus.
But you also got to look at college kids. Like, we're pretty stupid. So we're going to do dumb stuff. The cops are there to protect us. And, yeah, issues arise every once in a while, but what do you expect?
I watched a cop one night, and this cop got in trouble for it. A report was made. He ended up losing his job. That's the other thing is one bad cop or one bad incident with one cop, and all police get branded that way. And that's unfair to them. But I watched a cop in Gainesville. As you know, Jake, they have the mounted police in Gainesville. The cops on horses. It'll come downtown at night. And that's how they break up large groups to get everybody to go home after all the bars close and everything. And this kid was sitting on the corner. The cop walks up to him where the kid's sitting. The cop says, "You need to move." The kid said, "I'm waiting on my buddy to come get the truck." He said, "Yeah, but my horse is uncomfortable with you standing there. You need to go."
Oh, my God.
And the kid was like, I'm watching this from the hot dog stand because, they got the hot dog stands on a lot of corners. I'm watching this. Kid said, but I was sitting here first. The cop said, I'm a cop. Either move or you're going to jail. Long story short, the kid ended up going to jail.
What?
Because he wouldn't move, so the cop charged him with disorderly conduct, failure to adhere to a cop's instruction and everything. So, but his buddy came up, and there was like 4 or 5 of us that saw the whole thing, and we gave him all his buddy our names and everything. And there was an investigation, and that cop lost his job.
Good.
But that happens a lot in Gainesville.
Yeah. I feel like there's several officers that do abuse their authority and their power.
Even when you say, we're college kids, we do dumb things, sometimes you're not doing dumb things, especially in Gainesville. Now, I don't see that experience here in Ocala and Marion County, but in Alachua County, Gainesville PD, a lot of times it's just overzealousness pushing young kids around that then lead to a young kid saying, who the hell are you? All you got is a badge. It's not like you're God the creator, and then it goes downhill from there. Now, you see that a lot, don't you, Jake?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
A lot. But that's not to say, once again, one person's perceptions and another person's reality.
You're right.
Yeah.
So
my only bad experience was getting a ticket and with a public safety officer. That wasn't even a real officer.
Yeah, no, they're real.
He thought he was real, but I had to file several complaints against him.
Yeah, well, they're licensed. They're duly sworn in police officers, just like anybody.
A public safety officer is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
that's a whole nother story.
at UCF or Stetson. Oh yeah, they're sworn to Georgia Southern's public safety officers were just the same way.
I'd never dealt with.
We called them rent-a-cops, but they were real. They were real police officers. We paid them no mind.
Yeah, I don't pay them.
But they were real police officers. Real police officers. Hey, coming up after the break, Buddy Martin joins us as we simulcast with the guys from 3 and Out up in Brunswick, Georgia. Brunswick, Savannah, Hilton Head, and Waycross, Georgia. We'll simulcast with WOCA here in Ocala as Buddy Martin joins us live from SEC Media Days. He's in Hoover, Alabama, covering the SEC Media Days. It's finally here. And on my calendar, once the SEC Media Days kick off, that means football season has arrived. Because after SEC Media Days, they'll break SEC Media Days, and they'll go into camps. Okay? SEC Media Days gets over on the 13th. The University of Florida, I think, starts summer camp like the 21st. So, and football, once summer camps start, that means football season is just around the corner. And I'll tell you what, it couldn't come any too soon. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready. Although I've heard a lot of prognosticators that got lots of Georgia and Tennessee love and very little Florida love. But we'll talk with Buddy Martin about that. Plus, Buddy Martin will be on the Paul Feinbaum show today at 6 p.m. Paul Feinbaum, Buddy Martin, and a special guest will be there. If you hadn't heard, the cover is all over Twitter for the Steve Spurrier book that Buddy Martin helped write. You can go find that at Buddy Show on his Twitter. Coming up next, Buddy Martin joins us simulcast live from the 3 and Out show right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Have you been diagnosed with BPH or an enlarged prostate gland? Are you tired of getting up at night to visit the bathroom? You may be eligible for the Equinox study, a clinical research study of an investigational drug to reduce the number of times you wake up to urinate at night, a condition known as nocturia. To qualify, you must be male, be at least 18 years of age, have been diagnosed with BPH, have been bothered by nocturia for at least 1 year, and meet additional study requirements. Qualified participants will receive all study medication and study-related care from a dedicated team of medical staff at no cost. Health insurance is not required to participate. Again, the Equinox study is for males, ages 18 and older, who are diagnosed with BPH and have been bothered by nocturia for at least 1 year. To find out more and to see if you qualify, please call 1-352-234-8436. That's 1-352-234-8436.
Commercial bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade alone.
Is your old car dead? Then declare your independence and say yes to red, white, and you in a nicer, newer car.
Chris Spears from Prestige Auto Sales, your dealer for the people. This month we want to help you get approved.
Even if you've heard no in the past, we believe you deserve to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Past credit problems are welcome here. We look at the story behind the score to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. So pop into action and zoom into a nicer, newer car faster than you ever thought possible.
Worried about firecrackers on your credit report? My For the People credit approval process is the bomb. We work with the banks and lenders who want you to declare your independence.
Plus, right now, you could save up to $4,000 depending on the car you choose. But hurry, this deal's done once we've helped 77 people blast off in a nicer, newer car. I'm Chris Spears, a dealer for the people.
Visit Prestige on Highway 200 in Ocala, online at prestigefree.com, or call 694-1234. Yes, 694-1234. See you at Prestige.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Doctors at Dallas's Parkland Hospital speak out on last week's murders of 5 cops. Trauma surgeon Dr. Brian Williams, who's black, says cops are not to blame.
The problem is the lack of open discussions about the impact of race relations in this country.
Sniper Micah Johnson told police he was out to kill white cops. Presumptive GOP nominee Donald Trump says police are what separates civilization from total chaos.
It's time for our hostility against our police
and against all members of law enforcement to end immediately, right now.
Trump campaigning in Virginia Beach. There's speculation that Senator Bernie Sanders is about to endorse Hillary Clinton.
The Sanders campaign has now released a statement confirming what we knew to be the case last week, that he will appear in New Hampshire with Hillary Clinton to campaign tomorrow. That is where the long-awaited endorsement is slated to occur.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin, Fox News. We report, you decide.
Ever notice that the last three letters in American spell can? Maybe that's why we want to say we can shop online, we can use free Wi-Fi, and we can give our social security number and other personal information to our bank if we want to. But the fact that we can do all of those things exposes personal information that can lead to identity theft. At LifeLock, we believe you have the right to be free to do everything you do every day. So we use proprietary technology to detect and alert you to a huge variety of identity threats. And we have a US-based team who will work to resolve issues if your identity ever is stolen. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, you can live with more peace of mind. Membership starts at $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. And if you become a LifeLock member now, you can get 10% off. Go to lifelock.com and enter promo code NEWS. LifeLock.
Cancel.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
I love vacations, but it's good to come home.
Is the pool overflowing?
We don't have a pool, and even if we did, it wouldn't be on the second floor.
Oh.
I told you before we left to turn off the water main.
I thought you said take down the weather vane.
We don't have one of those either.
Yeah, I was wondering why you said that. It does make more sense now.
Okay, genius, don't just stand there. Cut the main water off.
Okay, I'll go get the chainsaw.
Wait, what? No! What do we do when there's a plumbing issue?
Oh, I got this one. I'll be right back.
I said no chainsaw. Shut the water off and call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Of course. I definitely was not going for the blowtorch.
Uh-huh. The number should be etched in your memory, but just in case, 866-314-4443.
Okay, got it. 866-314-4443. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Really? A mariachi band?
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
WOCA AM 1370. 96.3. 96.3 FM.
We are The Source. WOCA.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. We are efforting to get the simulcast broadcast with the guys from 3 and Out on. Buddy Martin is at SEC Media Days, and we're trying to get on the phone with them so we can simulcast here with them live through the phone link. If that works, hopefully we'll be able to get that done. If not, we'll effort to that. So we were talking before the break about how I'm ready for football. Now, Alan Barney, I know you're a big baseball guy, but are you ready for football? Are you ready?
More than ever. College football is my favorite other than baseball. It's so exciting. You can't get enough of it. And also the NFL. I mean, to me, not as exciting, but I'll definitely be ready for that as well. And then also, I'm excited for Gator football in general, to be honest, after how that season ended last year.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it I'm looking forward to it as well. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to hook up with Buddy because there's a discrepancy about what they want us to do. So we're going to have to try something else to try to get them. So, Jake, if you'll pull up Coastal Georgia's web stream, and maybe we can get on that way and listen here, Buddy.
Yeah, Tom, maybe we'll get on that way. Right now, there's a little bit of a delay between the stations,
right,
so there's an issue being able to simulcast.
Right, so that's what happens in live radio. So, but we're trying to get it. We're trying to get it going here for you. As Buddy is live at SEC Media Days. And Jim McElwain's there. Florida, Auburn, and Florida led off today's festivities, so Buddy will have a live report, and hopefully we'll hear from Buddy here in a moment, simulcast with the guys from ESPN Coastal Georgia's 3 and Out, Kevin Thomas, BJ Bennett, and Matt Osborne. So maybe do we have that live stream now? Still don't have that yet. ESPN, we're working on it. So it's ESPN Coastal Georgia is the live stream we're looking for. So we're trying to pull that up. Buddy is standing. I guess he's already on the show. So if it doesn't work, folks, we'll continue with the show we got here. I'd like to hear from Buddy, but if not, I can tell you who the highest paid, according to Forbes magazine, the highest paid entertainer is. But we're trying to pull up ESPN Coastal Georgia's live stream now. So sometimes these internet issues weigh us down, but Jake Perkins is feverishly trying to get him up and running there. There's probably a listen live button or something you got to push there, and the access button you got to push there to pull up the show. SEC Media is really a zoo there too, as it's you can listen to it in QJ and see Jake and see if you can hear it or not. But SEC Media Days, and if you've never experienced SEC Media Days, Radio Row. There's like 35 or 40 little, small radio stations set up there with tables all along the row. And the coaches and the players hop between those shows. Mm-hmm. They go one table, and then they'll do 5 minutes, and they'll take that headset off, and they'll move literally 6 feet away and put a headset on and go do the same exact interview. Then they'll get up, and they'll move 6 feet away and do the same exact interview. And there's internet rooms where you can go in, and they live stream the thing, everything from the internet and everything. So there's a lot of moving parts to SEC Media Days, and we're trying to get it working. Does it look like it's going to work, guys?
Right now, the listen live on their website is not working. So,
okay, so it's not working.
Correct.
Well, then we're not going to get Buddy today. We'll get him at 5:30. So, well, that's live radio. We tried. We tried to reach him via phone and we're live stream, and we're unable to sync up with either one of them. So we'll just move on. Hey, I ran across this list from Forbes magazine, and it gives the annual top 100 highest paid celebrities, and I'll just hit some of the highlights. But who do you think leads the list with $170 million they made last year? Alan, who do you think leads the list?
I'm going to go
top celebrities, entertainers.
I'll go with
paid celebrities.
Leo DiCaprio.
$170 million. Leo DiCaprio. Christine?
Oh, God. I don't know. This is a celebrity.
Highest paid celebrity.
Is it male or female?
Can't tell you that.
Darn it.
Too easy.
Yes.
Go to Jake and then come back to me. Let me think about
I have
it.
no idea. I'm not into the modern pop culture, and I'm sure it's one of those people.
I mean, Angelina.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's who you're going with?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. None of them made the list.
What?
None of them made the list. The person who leads the list made $170 million after all the bills were paid for their 1989 tour.
Mariah Carey?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, my God. That was
$170 million she made last year. Adele checks in at number 9 on the list at $80.5 million. Madonna at number 12 on the list. See, that's what's so great about Madonna. Madonna is 57 years old, And she checks in still in the top 20 of highest paid celebrities, entertainers.
That makes me happy.
See, $76.5 million. Rihanna at 13 with $75 million. Katy Perry, 63rd on the list with $14 million. Other top earners included One Direction. They were at number 2 on the list with $110 million. Actor comedian Kevin Hart, number 6 on the list with $87.5 million. And Howard Stern at number 7 with $85 million. But here's one that gets me. 40th on the list, 42nd on the list with $51 million. 40% of her $51 million came from a game.
From a game?
From a game.
What kind of game?
From a game you play on like your phone or tablet.
Kate Upton.
No.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh my gosh.
$42 million, $51 million, and almost half of that came from Kim Kardashian Hollywood.
You know how many little girls probably play that?
The hell is wrong with people? Kim Kardashian. She does that. If you could teach an entire course in college on how to be a celebrity without being a celebrity. Kim Kardashian has done nothing ever in her life except be the daughter of Robert Kardashian and go to parties with Paris Hilton.
You forgot that she was a porn star.
Yeah, the most.
Self-made.
A self-made, yep.
But her whole claim to fame is her dad was Robert Kardashian, one of O.J. Simpson's lawyers.
Yep. Isn't that ridiculous?
It is ridiculous. Let's go. Hey, we got the live feed now. Let's go out and join the guys from 3 and Out. Let's listen in.
In the back 8 or 7.
That's Buddy Martin.
If you look at the lineup of the guys they got with Quincy Wilson, Jalen Tabor, and so on, they're as good as any team in the country, and they are motivated and focused. They got something to prove. So, yeah, I think Coach Mack would like to see that offense click a little bit more. He is an offensive coach. He is a quarterback coach, although Nussmeier is the guy he relies upon. Mack wants to put points on the board. He wants to throw the ball deep, and he thinks Del Rio might be the guy, but we have to see what's going to happen to Antonio Callaway. Looks like he's back on campus, but not yet in the program, and so we'll have to see how that plays out.
And, Buddy, of course, you look in the SEC East, the Gators today, Georgia tomorrow, Tennessee later in the week. Is this division going to be a little better this fall, or is it still kind of wide open and whoever can muster up the most offense?
I think it's a wide open. I'm not drinking the orange Kool-Aid yet. I know they're really good, and we know Josh Dobbs and Butch Jones has got it going. But I think the X factor is Georgia. I have no idea what Kirby Smart will do as a head coach. I think he'll be really good. They got obviously great running backs, and we saw that if things stay well. Sonny Michel being hurt the other day. And I think Georgia's the X factor. Florida might be a little better. I think Florida may have a chance to challenge. If Tennessee slips up, by the way, they can't seem to beat the Gators,
Right.
They slip up again, there's that back door, and Florida may come in there again. Who knows?
Buddy Martin joining us here on 3 and Out on the Southern Pigskin Radio Network. And, Buddy, I know this week you're also there at SEC Media Days talking about an upcoming book that's coming out, I believe, next month that you put together with Steve Spurrier, head ball coach, My Life in Football. What can you tell us? I know you can't get into overall right now what you did, but what was that experience like putting this book together with the head ball coach?
Hardest thing I ever had to do as a writer and the most rewarding. A guy who really dug in, who wanted to be involved in every word, who knew what he wanted to say. Of course, everything he does, he wants to do it a certain way. Committed to the book, worked extremely hard. In fact, after 6 months of it, he looked at me and said, when you and Urban wrote that book, was it this hard? I said, yeah, Coach, it was. So he was committed to it. It's his story. There are some interesting things in it, not the least of which is why he left South Carolina, the whole story. And I think people will find it a refreshing read, not necessarily because the guy who wrote it, because I think Steve is kind of all in on this deal. And he as you might expect, he lets it all out. And he does it not in a mean-spirited way. I think he did an excellent job of telling his story. He likes to say all the time, I read something online or someplace somebody gave me, it says, tell your own story before somebody tells it for you. And so he's told his own story. The book is finished. We got a couple of little light touch-ups on editing. The cover has been tweeted out today by Coach Spurrier, by the way. If you want to see it, you can go to SC_HPC and go to his website. 74,000 followers, by the way, guys.
Wow.
And the cover is up. And so the content's released on the 30th. The book will be out in the stands the 30th. And I'm told, if I may plug this, you can pre-order them on Amazon.com.
Absolutely, and we're excited about that and looking forward to it. And, buddy, we know Steve Spurrier, the personality. I mean, everybody, you love him, you hate him, but you know him. How close is Steve Spurrier, the person behind closed doors, to Steve Spurrier, the personality in the press conference?
Pretty close. But I think what you'll find, those who know him really well, is that he really is not an egomaniac. As a matter of fact, over the weekend, I attended the 3-day anniversary party of Jerry and Steve Spurrier in Daytona Beach. And Saturday night, there was a group of people, about 250 people, and he joined the group, and he was the MC of the program. And every single person that came up there, he cut him short, and he also did not want any compliments from him. He wanted all the focus to be on his wife, Jerry. And so most of the people talked about Jerry. He did not want to. He is uncomfortable when people compliment him publicly, believe it or not. So people think, well, he's brash, he's cocky, yeah, he is. But he's not an egomaniac about himself. He's overwhelmed and happy he got the field man back to him. He really he never think it was possible, but he's not a guy who loves to see his name in lights.
Buddy Martin joining us here. And, Buddy, you mentioned, I believe you have a column up about Steve Spurrier not being at SEC Media Days as a coach in that capacity. Do you think, obviously, the way it kind of came to an end, that this is something that he's at peace with not coaching? It was just that it was that time to be done? Or you think some part when, maybe not in the preseason stuff, but when September, October rolls around, he'll miss being on the sidelines?
Well, here's how I feel about that. After watching him over the weekend around the Tiki Hut at the Daytona Beach Resorts in a bathing suit, he's very comfortable in that role. And he likes to have a cool one once in a while and kick back. And he doesn't want to work that hard to be in coaching or, by the way, in television. Don't think for a minute he's going to be an automatic slam dunk on TV, because even though he's meeting...
That was a simulcast of the 3 and Out program. Buddy Martin appearing on there talking about his book with Coach Steve Spurrier and SEC Media Days. We'll have Buddy live on at 5:35 here during Buddy's Sports Page. We're going to take a break now, come back and wrap up hour number 2 of the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Do you suffer with frequent migraines? If you've experienced several migraines each month for at least the past year, you may qualify for a clinical research study. To find out more information about this study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. All study medications and study-related procedures are at no cost to you, and insurance is not required. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. Again, if you suffer frequent migraines, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's 352-629-5800. Rinstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
From beautiful townhomes to equestrian estates, Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club provides the perfect haven of elegance for any homeowner. Not to mention our championship golf course, award-winning tennis program, state-of-the-art spa, and new luxury equestrian suite. We offer an array of membership options to suit a variety of lifestyles. Call 352-369-6969 today for more information about our latest real estate offerings.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala. Prestige. It's all there in our name.
New windows will beautify your home and bring you immediate energy savings. Renewal by Anderson of Central Florida leads the way in quality and installs the name brand homeowners trust. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, buy 4 windows and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyanderson.com. That's renewalbyanderson.com. Offer ends July 31st. License CGC 1523333.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin in the garden with Carol Ann answering your gardening questions.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then from Sunrise Automotive, auto repair with personal care with Matt Gibbs.
Scott Seligman is an historian and a career China hand. He's written a new book called Tong Wars, the untold story of vice, money, and murder in New York's Chinatown.
And then celebrity chef Elizabeth Faulkner is going to teach me how to cook. All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
WWWOCA, WWWOCA.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala as we wrap up hour number 2, gets you set up for Buddy's Sports Page, and hour number 3 of the Monday edition of the Voice of Ocala. Franz Beard will be along to join us at 5:15, 5:18, right around there, as he all does every Monday. Franz Beard of FightingGators.com. And then, of course, Buddy Martin joins us at 5:35 live from Hoover, Alabama, site of the SEC Media Days. Well, it's happened again. Coming up at the beginning of the next hour, we're going to get into, really, grains of sand? In the high-definition TV world, you see it, but if it had been 20 years ago, they'd have never even known sand moved? Really? And then, to delay how long you were until you made the decision, wait till you hear what happened yesterday at the U.S. Open, the Women's U.S. Open. They've done it again.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. It's like a bad Britney Spears song. Oops, I did it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to add insult to it, we'll talk about how the president of the USGA, what's her name? Shelby, Shelley, Sharika. What's her name? I don't even know the woman's name.
I always forget.
And whatever her name is, I'm not going to say it right. We'll tell you how she butchered the award ceremony. I think maybe now Fox isn't the problem. It's the USGA that's the problem. We'll get into that discussion. Plus, it was an eventful week at the track. Kentucky was very eventful this weekend, and Brad Keselowski really, really gambled. And we'll tell you whether that gamble paid off or not. And I tell you, it's begun, folks. The World Championship of Poker has begun. The main event started over the weekend. I'll tell you about some friends that I have in that you should watch if you follow World Series of Poker. All that yet to come on a sports hour, Buddy Sports Page, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the finest equestrian opportunity available. If you love horses and enjoy Central Florida's mild climate and rich rolling landscape, come explore Golden Ocala. Bridle trails weave their way through this stunningly beautiful community of stately homes. Our state-of-the-art equestrian center will meet all of your equestrian needs with style. Visit us at goldenocala.com.
Do you like Vietnamese food? Well, come to Kim Long's, Ocala's one and only Vietnamese restaurant. The goal of Kim Long's is to capture the authenticity of the Vietnamese homeland and get a taste of other influences within the Vietnamese cuisine. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sundays, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can make reservations by calling 352-236-5791. That's Kim Long, Ocala's only Vietnamese restaurant.
Located in Ocala, Rinstar Medical Research has offered a wide range of clinical research trials for 17 years. Rinstar conducts clinical trials for conditions such as migraines, memory decline, fibromyalgia, and sun-damaged skin. To learn more, call Rinstar at 352-629-5800. Help us create a healthier tomorrow by volunteering today. Please call Rinstar at 352-629-5800. Hi, this is Buddy Martin. If you have an award or a trophy in your house, there's more than a good chance it came from BJ Trophies Gifts and Awards. At BJ Trophies, Floyd Hirschberger and his staff have a lot more than just trophies. Among the items they specialize in are donor recognition walls and trees, personalized or engraved gifts, cast bronze dedication plaques, wide format digital printing with posters, banners, and signs, and promotional products. Floyd is the official trophy and awards maker for the Voice of Ocala radio show and is North Central Florida's leader in custom recognition programs, corporate awards, industrial engraving, unique gifts, and advertising specialties. When Angie Lewis went shopping for something to award to the winners of her State Farm Good Neighbor Award, she shopped first at BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Check them out at 1735 Northeast Jacksonville Road on North Magnolia's Miracle Mile, or call them today at 352-732-2249. BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Trophies is just our middle name.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back. This is Buddy Sports Page. We came on a little early. You'll hear our music in about a minute and a half because Fox News is supposed to come on, and there's some sort of glitch with Fox News. So we'll hang out with you till the music comes back up.
Just got to adjust accordingly. It's all good.
Just got to adjust accordingly. It's been one of those Mondays. That's Monday. It's terrible Monday. So in a few minutes, you're going to hear the intro music to the Buddy Sports Page. So you can go ahead and push that up, Jake, so we'll know that we can get properly into the sports page when it gets there. But we got lots to talk about today. Franz Beard coming up, as well as Buddy Martin live from SEC Media Days. So little technical snafus in the studio today. We've had 4 or 5 of them.
We've had some fun today.
We're working through them. It's live radio. Believe me, it happens all the time. So if you'll just bear with us, it is Buddy Sports Page. It's just around the corner. Franz Beard of FightingGators.com. You'll hear our takes on a grain of sand. Plus, we'll talk about what was the boring race in Kentucky, in my estimation. And Buddy Martin joins us live from Hoover, Alabama, to talk SEC Media Days. Jim McElwain has already been at the podium today. Question and answer with the local media from our area. Buddy was part of that group. Buddy got a couple conversations with some players from the University of Florida that went to SEC Media Days, because football season has officially begun for me with SEC Media Days, because as soon as they get out of SEC Media Days, camp will break, and so it's time to go. So stay tuned. Buddy Sports Page coming up right now.
How much time? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Enough kidding around.
Ho, 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 ho.
And now it's time for the Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
It's like I don't fit in. It's like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys that never gamble.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
And now, here's Buddy.
Welcome to Buddy Sports Page on a Monday afternoon. I'm Tom Schmidt sitting in for Buddy Martin. Buddy Martin is in Hoover, Alabama at SEC Media Days. He'll be joining us via the phone here in about half an hour. You heard him simulcast the last part of last hour from on the 3 and Out show that is the guys in ESPN Coastal Georgia. Buddy was on with them on the Southern Pigskin Radio Network. Which is part of the Southern Pigskin Network that we play. We're part of that network. Every Thursday afternoon we play Southern Pigskin here. Buddy was on their show earlier today. It plays in Brunswick, Savannah, Hilton Head, and Waycross. Over the weekend, the U.S. Women's Open wrapped up. A couple storylines out of the U.S. Open. One is a woman wins the tournament. It's the first time she's contended in the tournament since she almost won as an amateur 13 years ago.
It was her second professional win.
Right.
Only her second.
Only her second. She almost won the U.S. Open 13 years ago as an amateur.
Mm-hmm.
She finished second. Another storyline is a world number 1. Looked like world number 101. As her game went in a very quick fashion on the 8th and 9th hole. Lydia Ko makes bogey, double bogey on the 8th and 9th hole. And she battled back.
I was about to say,
she
she
did
fought
good battling back, but
I was proud of her.
She knew her tournament was done
Mm-hmm.
after the double bogey at the 9th hole. But all of that paled in comparison to what took place on the second playoff hole.
It was ridiculous. I mean, it was a 3-hole aggregate playoff.
Which, by the way, I don't like. I want the women to come back and play the 18 just like the men do.
I thought that was really strange that the women have it differently like that.
I want the women to come back on Monday and play 18-hole playoff just like the men do. But for some reason they don't, which caught me by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware, and I follow golf and I was not aware when they ended up tied. I was like, well, we got golf tomorrow, and then they started saying how we didn't have golf
and then they were
tomorrow.
talking about a 3-hole aggregate playoff. I'm like, the U.S. Women's Open. I thought that was strange.
Yeah,
but I mean, I could see because usually, I mean, women don't play 4 rounds except for in the majors most of the time.
Right.
And I mean, I can understand, I guess, trying to get it done that day, but still, I mean,
well, they played the Coach Golf Championships 4 rounds. They play 4 rounds now almost every week.
Almost every week.
So, but here's how it unfolds. Norquist is in a fairway bunker.
Mm-hmm. She pulled it left on 17.
She pulled it left on 17, the second hole of the 3-hole aggregate playoff.
Mm-hmm. She got
She's in the bunker.
Got a good lie, middle of the bunker.
Great lie in the middle of the bunker. She goes in, she sets her feet, she puts her club down, does not ground her club in the hazard, pulls the club back, hits the ball, moves on.
Yep.
Pars the hole.
Mm-hmm. She had a great shot from there.
Nobody thinks anything of it, but then you hear the announcers
Then all of a sudden,
on Fox go,
it was the exact same thing as what happened with Dustin Johnson.
Well,
where
it was a little worse.
Well, obviously it was
because the
different.
announcers say, we got a replay here we want to show you, and that's how it came up.
Like, since when is golf going into instant replay mode?
And by the way, I didn't get to see it live, so I videotaped it, and I set my alarm to wake up at 3:25 this morning
to watch the broadcast.
To watch the broadcast that came on at 3:30 on FS1. So I'm watching, and I'm watching. You know, I'm seeing Lydia Ko. She has a bad day and everything. Then we're in the playoffs, and the announcer starts saying, we have a replay we want to show you.
And all of a sudden,
now Fox could care less about the playoff because they want the controversy.
No.
That's all they want.
They want the story. They want the drama.
Right. So they blow up this thing. To me, it was like, if chewing bubble gum causes cancer because we made a rat chew 33,000 pounds of bubble gum and he ended up with cancer.
But
no human's going to chew 33,000 pounds of bubble gum. Well, that's what this sounded like. Because Fox said, look what we have right here. And I got a 65-inch screen. They blew this golf ball. This golf ball, literally, I paused my TV because I was so shocked. I paused my TV and went and got a tape measure.
Because you don't...
On my 65-inch screen.
You didn't see it at first.
The ball was 10 inches wide. 10 inches.
That's how much they blew it up.
On my 65-inch screen. I went and got a tape measure. It looked like a beach ball with dimples because it was on the sand. And then you see there's a little minuscule pile, little pieces of dirt that are up high. And when she sets her club and goes to draw it back, it nicks that little bitty pile of dirt. Now on the TV, it looked huge. But then when you get it back to regular scale, it literally were grains of, and it's only because they blew it up.
Yeah.
You did not see it. The naked eye would have never caught this. The rules official that was there on the course following that group didn't see it.
No,
nobody
saw
sand.
it.
It was so much small amount of dirt that she didn't even feel the sand when she drew her club back. The spirit of the rule is you cannot ground your club in hazards because you can't test the lie or test the ground in a hazard. That's why it's there, so that you can't hit it in a hazard and you're in like some like soggy pine straw or something in Florida, which we're used to, and you can't touch it and see if the pine straw is thick or if it gives, so you know how to then adjust your swing accordingly. That's not what happened here. A little piece of sand failed that was only discovered from a huge blow-up picture. And I'm telling you, somebody in the truck saw that on a blow-up or something and said, oh, we got to report this. That's a huge story. It ruined the U.S. Women's Open.
It really did.
And then the USGA takes a bad problem and just butchers the hell out of it. as with Dustin Johnson, Christine alluded to earlier, Dustin Johnson was told on the 12th hole he might be assessed a penalty. They would look at it after the round. So he had to play 6 holes thinking about, do I have to get a penalty? Am I not going to get a penalty? Do that. They come up to Norquist after she hits her third shot on the 3rd hole.
That made me so.
Of the aggregate
that
score.
made me so mad because she made a heck of a par. They're both even after the first 2 playoff holes. They come to 18. I mean, if she knew that she would possibly be assessed a 2-shot penalty,
she's going for the green in 2.
Exactly. She would have played. She would have ripped a 3-wood instead of everybody hitting hybrid off the tee. She would have put herself as close to that creek as she possibly could and go for it.
There is no chance.
But not even that. She gets to her 2nd shot. She hits her 3rd shot. And then they come up to her and tell her, and I thought that was so poorly done.
No chance. There's no chance in the world that she hits hybrid off the tee if she knows there's a chance she may be facing a penalty.
No, she gets to walk away from that playoff knowing that she didn't even give it her full chance.
Here's where she probably gets the penalty. Once she found out that she might get that she was going to get assessed a penalty, she finds out on the 18th tee box. She rips that 3-wood down there, and she gambles that she doesn't put that in the hazard. That's what she does, because then she's going to try to go for the green in 2 because she knows she has to make eagle to match a par because she might get a 2-stroke penalty.
Exactly.
But by telling her that after the 3rd shot, oh, by the way, that's not the real bad part. Guess who else then alters how they play the hole?
Brittany Lang.
Brittany Lang now gets to play the hole knowing that a 7 doesn't beat her. She knows a par 5. She knows a 5 is a 7. She knows all she got to do is make a 6. So she can take that 3rd shot, be as safe as she wants with it.
And her
4th shot, she can be as safe as she wants with it. It altered the outcome of the match. Not so much the moving of the sand. By the way, I understand the rule is the rule. It's not the spirit of the rule. I think it's a ridiculous call. But I understand technically you could make the 2-stroke penalty call, so I have no problem with that.
Who cares? She didn't even find out about it until it was too late.
But to tell her in the middle of the 18th fairway, I would have rather him not said anything and just told her after the round, hey, we're going to have to assess you a 2-stroke penalty, but before you sign your card, we need to talk to you. It would have been horrible, but that would have been a hell of a lot better than telling her after she hit her 3rd shot, before Brittany hits her 3rd shot, where now all Brittany has to do is just lay. Brittany, there was nothing in Brittany Lang's mind that says, I have to go anywhere near a flag or anything.
No. And that made me so mad because I'm like, you couldn't have waited until after she hit her 3rd shot. Because in Brittany's mind, she thought she had to stuff it.
Right.
And she could have very well put that in the water.
She certainly could have.
And that's why, like, the interview after, Anna was just like, she changed her game plan, and she didn't even have the chance to change hers.
Right. That's the thing. They told her before Brittany hit her, they should have if they were going to tell them, let Brittany Lang hit her 3rd shot. Because Brittany Lang, after she found out that she didn't have to hit a great shot, because she's right, she thought she had to stuff it in there. Mm-hmm. She could have very well hit it in the water. She could have hit it over the green. There's all kinds of things.
Exactly. Look at the shot Brittany hit on her 2nd playoff hole. That was the worst iron shot she had hit in the entire tournament.
But because she didn't have to do that, she was able to just take it easy because she knew as long as she didn't make 7, she wins.
I was so frustrated because Anna Nordqvist played one of the most spectacular
5 under on a final round Sunday in the U.S. Open.
Did you see those pins? The shots she was hitting, how well she played.
She was putting out of control.
At the end of that day, I thought that Anna Nordqvist played much better than Brittany Lang.
She did
and
play
that's
better
what
than
made
Brittany
me so mad was that given weekend, Anna Nordqvist was right there, and she had it taken out.
I don't think it's out of the realm to say she had the cup, the U.S. Open trophy, stolen from her. I don't think you might say that's too stiff. I don't think so. And then
no, Anna. If they went a couple more holes, if they played an 18-hole tournament, I think Anna would have buried Brittany.
But so that's not enough. There's more. Oh. So then we go to the award ceremony. So now all this controversy is
we got Diana Murphy, our president of
now
USGA.
This Diana Murphy, who's just a brain trust, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's the U.S. Open. Get the girl's damn name right. Hey, Bethany, step on up. But who's Bethany?
Not even that. Did you see Brittany's reaction?
Brittany's looking around like, who the hell is she talking to?
Yeah, and even Anna put her head down.
She thought that some girl, Bethany, was going to come out and give a speech before they called Brittany up. But Brittany's looking around like, Bethany. I mean, she doesn't even know who they're talking about. How are you the USGA president and you don't know the name of the girl that just won the trophy?
The person whose name has been on top of the leaderboard for the past, 6, 7, 8 holes.
Are you kidding me with that? Let's look, I got to take this text message because Tom James, and I guarantee you he's got something good to say.
Doesn't he always?
Yeah, Tom James, he's in love with the USGA as well. I can't write what Tom James put, but he's in love with the USGA. So
it's ridiculous.
It was made the Dustin Johnson situation look like it was just a day in the park compared to what happened yesterday. Because Dustin Johnson, he ran away with the field, and he was leading, and he was able to make shots and all. But the best point was what Anna said in the interview. If Brittany hadn't have known that I'd been assessed a penalty, who knows what she'd have done. But she knew she altered the style of shot she was making because she knew she didn't have to make the shot she was prepared to make.
Brittany she could have flown that pin by 20 yards and still would have been fine.
It would have been fine.
It didn't matter.
We got to take a break. When we come back, Franz Beard of FightingGators.com joins us right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocala, and I practice law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa. Don't forget the pool! It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Did we just lose everything? Welcome back to Franz there. Everybody gone? We lost everything. Franz, are you there? Franz Beard?
I am here.
Oh, there you are, Franz. Okay, very good. Very good. Franz Beard of FightingGators.com, George. We got lots of gremlins in the studios today, Franz. It's a typical Monday in live radio.
Well, nothing like a Monday. It means that you survive the weekend.
Friends, it's SEC Media Days. Buddy Martin is in Hoover, Alabama, as we speak at SEC Media Days. But before we talk about Florida and their breaking camp, I got to bring this up. A lot of discussion was made about the criminal element Urban Meyer had here and how many arrests Florida had, and Will Muschamp came to clean up the program and blah, 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 blah about this. And now it comes out that defensive end from Georgia, Jonathan Ledbetter, arrested again for the second time in 5 months on alcohol-related charges. Originally, 5 months ago, he was arrested for underage possession of alcohol. That was dropped. Now he's been arrested for DUI and underage drinking. It's his second arrest in 5 months. But the more concerning thing is the 8th arrest since Kirby Smart took over the program. Is this just a trend that we're going to see throughout major college football, or does Kirby Smart got a problem on his hands?
I think he's got a problem on his hands, and Georgia's had a problem on his hands. Georgia's had now 46 arrests since 2010. Most of them involving the football program. By the way, speaking of arrests, do you know when the last time Florida had an arrest?
Was it 2014?
December 19th, 2015, Jordan Cronkite for possession of a small amount of marijuana, which caused him to miss the Citrus Bowl game, and he was giving community service or something like that to make it go away. But Florida has gone all the way through 2016 without an arrest. I think here's the difference. I think Jim McElwain has continuously pounded out, life's about choices. You make good choices, good things happen. If you make bad choices, there are consequences. As he said, you can choose whatever you want to, but you got to deal with the consequences of what you choose. I think that's finally settling in with the Gators. I don't see that happening at Georgia right now. And, of course, Georgia's had a culture of leniency up there. They've had an awful lot of arrests. They've had more arrests than any school in the SEC since 2010.
Well, when you say that Jim McElwain's made a statement, I believe Caldwell and Harris could attest to that. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I did. Interesting, too, that Mac said today at the SEC Media Days that they are both on campus, they're both in school, they're both allowed to work out, but nothing has been decided. I think that if they're both there working out, that means they're going to be playing. Now, are they going to be playing game 1, 2, or 3? I don't know. But I have heard that Callaway may miss a game and Treon may miss a few more. That's all I'm hearing at this point, and I don't know if this source is really great, but that's what I'm hearing.
Well, Coach McElwain today, he was at SEC Media Days, took the podium after Auburn, after Gus Malzahn was at the podium. Anything besides just the update on Treon Harrison Caldwell that stuck out in your mind? I got about 2.5 minutes. Anything that stuck out of your mind as the Gators get ready to come out of SEC Media Days and open up camp for the fall season?
Yeah, I can tell you what really stuck in my mind is the confidence that he has in his two quarterbacks, Luke Del Rio and Austin Appleby. Last year when he was at SEC Media Days, he was putting on a good face for everybody when he was talking about Treon and he was talking about Will Greer, but he really didn't know what he had. This year, there's a whole different feeling about it. You can feel the confidence that he has in his guys, and you can tell that he's very pleased with the leadership they're showing because, as he mentioned on more than one occasion, these guys are really showing Felipe Franks and Kyle Trask the ropes. They're showing these guys how you read a playbook, how you prepare for a game, and things like this. I think that in his offense, the quarterback's ability to make decisions is so critical because it's a quick read offense. You make the right decisions, go to the right place with the ball, you're going to move the football. And I think he is very, very confident that his guys can look at a defense, see what they need to know where to go with the football and get rid of the ball in a hurry so that they can avoid sacks. He talked about today that he expects much improvement from the offensive line, feels they've got 8 guys ready, feels that they could have 10 guys ready come September. I think that was also a very, very good sign. But he sounded confident. Tom, man, you've played the game at the college level. When you got a confident coach, it makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Makes a world of difference. That's why people say that Coach Stallings Tim Stallings got the job over Tommy Spangler. Tim Stallings was confident that he could keep the process of Irk Russell's offense going at Georgia Southern. Tommy Spangler was a defensive guy, didn't have that kind of confidence that he'd be able to take over with the offensive scheme. And so Coach Stallings got Coach Stowers, listen to me, Coach Stallings. Jack Stallings was the baseball coach at Georgia Southern. Coach Tim Stowers got the job, and the rest is history as we won a national championship his first year there. So confidence is everything, France. I have confidence that we'll talk to you next Monday as well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tom, and have a great, great weekend.
Franz Beard, FightingGators.com. When we come back, Buddy Martin, he'll join us live from SEC Media Days, thanks to the good folks at the Briggs Law Firm, Kevin McDonald, Allstate Agency, HDG Hotels, and I'm forgetting somebody, and I can't remember. And Griner's Fine Men Clothing. All their fine sponsorship allows Buddy Martin to be at Media Days, SEC Media Days next with Buddy Martin right here on WOCA, The Source.
Do you suffer with frequent migraines? If you've experienced several migraines each month for at least the past year, you may qualify for a clinical research study. To find out more information about this study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. All study medications and study-related procedures are at no cost to you, and insurance is not required. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. Again, if you suffer frequent migraines, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's 352-629-5800. Rinstar Medical Research, seeking tomorrow's answers to the health questions of today.
to bank approval. Vehicle purchase process straight alone.
Is your old car dead? Then declare your independence and say yes to red, white, and you in a nicer, newer car.
Chris Spears from Prestige Auto Sales, your dealer for the people. This month we want to help you get approved.
Even if you've heard no in the past, we believe you deserve to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Past credit problems are welcome here. We look at the story behind the score to help you drive a nicer, newer car today. So pop into action and zoom into a nicer, newer car faster than you ever thought possible.
Worried about firecrackers on your credit report? My For the People credit approval process is the bomb. We work with the banks and lenders who want you to declare your independence.
Plus, right now you could save up to $4,000 depending on the car you choose. But hurry, this deal's done once we've helped 77 people blast off in a nicer, newer car. I'm Chris Spears, a dealer for the people.
Visit Prestige on Highway 200 in Ocala, online at prestigefree.com, or call 694-1234. Yes, 694-1234. See you at Prestige.
Are you in the process of planning your wedding reception? Or are you planning that birthday party for someone special? Or maybe you're just looking to throw a party for yourself? Are you in charge of this year's company outing and looking for something fresh and fun to do? Well, KT Entertainment is your answer to all those questions. We provide music, trivia, and karaoke for everybody's enjoyment. If you would like to get in touch with KT Entertainment and find out about our competitive prices, call us at 352-512-2611. That's 352-512-2611. Or you can find us on the web at kt4fun.com. That's KT, the number 4, fun.com. So remember, whether it's a wedding reception, a party, or a company outing, it's KT Entertainment for all your karaoke, trivia, or musical needs. Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa. Don't forget the pool! It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
WWWOCA,
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Welcome back to Buddy's Sports Page. Let's go out live to Hoover, Alabama, where Buddy Martin is at SEC Media Days, thanks to the good folks at the Briggs Law Firm, Griner's Fine Men Clothing, the Kevin McDonald Allstate Agency, and HDG Hotels. It is the kickoff of the drive to the beginning of football season. Buddy Martin is live in Hoover, Alabama at SEC Media Days to get our football coverage for the season kicked off. Buddy, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Tom, and thank you for mentioning those people who made this possible. Countdown to kickoff. Those fine sponsors will be reporting to you from Hoover here today and tomorrow and later on Wednesday. So, yeah, we thank you for support because without those people, we couldn't do this.
Buddy, you're at SEC Media Days. Coach McElwain's already been to the podium. What your take on the confidence Coach Mack has coming into this season with the Florida Gators?
I think it's cautious optimism. He likes his players a lot. He likes his chances. But as he said, they got something to prove about the end of last year. We spoke with him about that, and he said, look, we just weren't very good. No excuses. And until they prove they're good, they aren't going to be good. And we talked to several players, including Gerard Davis, and Marcus May about the same thing. And those are two guys that could have gone to the NFL and played on the Sundays for a lot of money. They chose to come back, and part of that is because they had that swan song at the end of last year of what started off to be a great run. But, of course, we know what happened at the end of the year. And they would have proved this was, it was not who they are. So, yeah, Coach Mack was very confident. I asked him about his quarterback situation. He would not commit. He didn't say that Luke Del Rio was the guy. And I asked him about Del Rio's performance spring game. He said, well, it's fine. But he always refers back to the four people. He likes to refer to the four people in that room, meaning all four quarterbacks, including Appleby. But we all know that Del Rio has to be the trigger man. So while he was complimentary of Del Rio, he hasn't named a starter. And when I asked him, he said, I don't know. He said, you want to start? I said, yeah, Coach, I can fling it too. What the heck?
Well, you are an old Ocala High School quarterback, so you
very old.
You knew another thing about throwing the ball around. Today, also on Twitter this morning, a thank you went out to Buddy Martin from the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. Tell us what that's about.
Well, it's about the book. The book is coming out. It's announced August 30th. The cover is up on Twitter. I appreciate Coach Spurrier tweeting that out and saying that. And he's kind of excited about it. He's got his game face on today because we're going to be on Paul Feinbaum show at 6. And I just did a show with Heath Klein from Columbia, and apparently he was listening. So he called me up afterward to give me a couple of tips on things just to make sure I had it straight. So he's in regular season form, but he'll be on at 6. And, of course, the announcement will be made that Paul Feinbaum is the guy who wrote the forward, and I have a little fun with that. So we'll see what happens. And I will not speak for Coach Spurrier. I can tell you that. I will never try to speak for Coach Spurrier.
Now, for those who think that name sounds familiar, Heath Klein used to be in this market. He was a radio guy for a while in this market. So,
yes, he did.
Good friend of mine, Heath Klein. Now, buddy, were you there? You said, did you get to see Gus Malzahn? Did you get to see any comments from the Auburn head coach, Gus Malzahn?
No, I didn't, because we had the McElwain meeting. He had a private meeting with local media before he went to the big room. So we were focused on getting the Mac and then follow him around the various interviews. So I missed that. I have the transcripts. I'll be reading them tonight. And Derek Mason's there now talking, as a matter of fact. And so I haven't had – my whole focus was getting to here, getting to Birmingham, get in the hotel, which, getting down and get my credentials, getting down and trying to find something to eat, which I did, and then getting to getting the tweets out this morning. And I had a really interesting interview, which I'll post later, on with the cab driver, Randy. He's a big Alabama fan. So we got a little video of that, too, as well. So pretty much focus on the Gators today. Be here tomorrow. We'll talk about what's happening tomorrow. But right now, it's all about the Feinbaum show and doing this show, of course, and doing a couple of guest appearances on other people's shows here on Radio Row. It's been a busy day, Tom.
Let me ask you this. When you went in search of food, the last time you were at an SEC-sponsored event was the SEC championship game. You went in search of food that day with yours truly. Was the search for food easier at SEC Media Days than it was the day you and I went cross-country?
You didn't have to walk 10,000 steps to get it. Well, I got so busy I missed the lunch. So I was walking around trying to find something to eat, and I wanted to have some food I could take with me into the workroom. And there was nothing to eat. And I went to the restaurant, and they said, well, if you just don't tell anybody we told you, and the people at the front desk got a couple of sandwiches. So I walked up to the front desk, and I said, there's sandwiches here? And this guy looked at me and said, you're the person the lady just called about in the restaurant. I said, yeah. He said, come on back here. Don't tell anybody I gave you this. So he gave me 2 halves of a little like Cuban sandwiches. I put them in my pocket. My man Corey took care of me big time. So, yeah, I missed the lunch. I didn't have to walk as far, but it was a little effort, Tom.
So, buddy, what's the general feel? Real quick, got you for about 2 more minutes. What's the general feel around the SEC Media Days? Because I'd get to think that people around there are talking about who's going to finish second. Because is it a foregone conclusion that Alabama is going to be the SEC champion?
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion, but I think that's how people are leaning. If you ask Randy, the cab driver, oh, yeah, he's got a big A on his floor mats. He definitely thinks it's the year because of Saban. We don't know who the quarterback's going to be, Bateman or whoever. They're good defensively. He obviously is recruited well. We'll see what the polls show. We're going to take polls tomorrow who we think is going to win the East and the West and the SEC, and they're always wrong. So remember, they picked Auburn to win the West last year. And so we'll see. But the feeling is it's kind of a wild card feeling, especially in the East. People kind of lean toward Tennessee. But, like I said today, look at some of those defensive players Florida's got. I even asked this of Jared Davis. Has anybody got better talent on the defense in the country than Florida? He said, absolutely not. You look at Jalen Tabor and Quincy Wilson and him, Marcus May, who's a big-time player, et cetera, and Jared Davis on defense. So they got some talent. So I think we're just going to have to play it out and see what happens. I don't give any foregone conclusions of anything at this point in time because there's so many freshmen coming in here ready to play. We don't even know what they look like yet. So I would say if you had to pick today, we'd go the traditional route, Alabama, Tennessee, with Alabama winning the SEC champion. But that's going to change, I think. We'll see. There may be some run for Tennessee, maybe some run for Ole Miss. People think LSU's better. I talked to the guy from that does TV out in Baton Rouge, and he says if they get a quarterback situation, they are all loaded. If they will just not try to run Leonard Fournette 45 times a game, they got a chance of maybe contending.
Well, that's going to be. And real quick, last question for you. Let's go about 30 seconds. How much scrutiny is Kirby Smart going to have to face after he gets another player arrested? 8 players arrested since Kirby Smart took over the program.
Yeah, somebody said too bad Steve Spurrier picked this year to retire because George just had so many guys on the police blotter. He'd be having a field day with it, We'll see. There's some skilled athletes there, and obviously, and there's some trouble in River City. I talked to Greg McGarity briefly over the weekend about other things. But, it's definitely a consideration, and something that water in Athens that's just not going right now. And remember, even in his worst days, when Urban Meyer was there being criticized for having some people arrested, Georgia had more. So it's something in the program that Greg McGarity and would like to get turned around and eradicated, I'm sure. I think Kirby Smart is going to work on that, but it's going to take a while.
Buddy Martin live at SEC Media Days, thanks to the good folks at the Briggs Law Firm, Griner's Fine Men Clothing, HDG Hotels, and who am I leaving? I know I'm leaving a sponsor out. HDG.
Randy Briggs Law Firm.
Randy Briggs Law Firm, HDG, Griner's, and Kevin McDonald, Allstate Agency.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kevin I played college football, lots of shots to the head.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it didn't like you haven't said Kevin name a lot. I mean, every high school game, Kevin McDonald Allstate is mentioned numerous times. So let's put that. He was a late comer, though. He was added at the last second. So Kevin will forgive us. But thank you, Kevin. And thanks to all our sponsors for making this possible.
The countdown to kickoff. It's begun, buddy, from Hoover, Alabama. Football season is here, buddy. A good job today. Have a good time on Paul Feinbaum's show, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Tom. Thanks. See you guys.
Buddy Martin live from Hoover, Alabama. Once again, thanks to the McDonald Allstate Agency, HDG Hotels, the Briggs Law Firm and Griner's Fine Men's Closery. Jake, now you live in Gainesville. You're there. You travel down here, down the interstate to come do the show on a daily basis. Is the electricity starting to start? Is the talk and the feel? Is football season starting to get hold in the city of Gainesville?
Tom, you took the word right from me, and that's electricity. I mean, ever since the spring game and we got over there and got to see some of the players again, and all the students get to spend a little bit of time in the swamp, it just starts to build exponentially from there on, and we're all ready for the start of a new Gator football season.
It's less than a month and a half away.
It's close.
It's creeping up on us quick. I think it's